Hi all, my name is Ryan and welcome to my channel What the Pop, where we discuss pop culture in general and Buffy a lot. Today I want to go through and give my thoughts on Love Victor Season 2, which just dropped on Hulu. This is a spoiler-free review. So I know I mainly do Buffy stuff with the occasional other content, but this one counts as Buffy adjacent, as it stars Buffy and Angel alumnus Julie Benz, who was of course Darla, Angel's sire and one-time paramour. Now I thought Season 1 of Love Victor was great. I thought it did a fantastic job of introducing the main characters, fleshing them out a bit and making them somewhat real, and didn't trivialise any of their issues. It was, however, fairly chaste, mainly because it was initially supposed to be on Disney. Well, Season 2 has no such issues. It knew it was going to be on Hulu, and it takes that and runs with it. The most obvious way that it ramps everything up is with how much Victor and Benji are all over each other. They heavily lean into the sex appeal of their stars and do not shy away from them making out everywhere, trying to tear each other's clothes off, and generally find each other completely irresistible. But we've seen a lot of it in the trailers, in the lead up, so it's certainly no surprise. What Love Victor also ramps up is the other issues that it addresses, apart from Victor's coming out. The main cast here nearly all go through some serious stuff, either directly affecting them or being affected because the people in their lives are going through something. And I will tell you now that it pays to have a box of tissues on hand because there are genuinely heartbreaking moments in this season. This is a teen drama that fully embraces the drama side. I won't spoil the situation or which character, but there is one moment when a character breaks down and cries that absolutely crushed me, and I think you'll know which scene and character I mean immediately on seeing it. We've already seen it in the previews, but Anna Ortiz playing a religious mother who has been taught her whole life that being gay is wrong and sinful, and is trying to reconcile her faith with her love for her son, is quite extraordinary here. And I like for once that it's the mother struggling with her son's coming out, because it's nearly always the mother is supportive but the father rejects the child, and here the father is the more supportive one, even going to PFLAG meetings. Michael Cimino continues to be a great Victor and plays him with a degree of sophistication, and he gets some really strong character moments this season that sees his character advance from where he was at the end of Season 1 in leaps and bounds. Now I really like Victor as a character because I relate to Victor a lot. A lot of what he says and thinks echoed my own experience at that age. He's still trying to push back against his idea of what it means to be gay and being pigeonholed because of it, and how coming out changes who he is. The way he deals with how some of his teammates react unfavourably to his coming out is measured and considered, and quite principled for someone who is just now embracing who he truly is. And I suppose that's probably his theme for this season, embracing his truth. And it is interesting to watch how other characters react to him doing that. For instance, you get the moment we saw in one of the previews where Pilar saying that gay Victor's balls are way bigger than straight Victor's. And that is probably a good summary for Victor this season. It's basically him saying, "This is me, so deal with it." Now let's address the big non-gay elephant in the room. The fact that Victor and Benji aren't being played by, as far as we know, LGBT actors. Well, I'm firmly in the camp of, as long as the actors do a good job, then I have no issue with straight actors playing gay roles. I have some issues with how some gay characters are portrayed, but I'd have those issues regardless of who was playing the character, whether that actor was straight or gay. In Love Victor, given how Michael Cimino and George Sear throw themselves at each other as Victor and Benji, I believe that those characters are gay, to the point where if either of those actors came out in the future, I'd be like, well, that's why they enjoyed making out with each other so much. At no point did I feel that these were straight actors playing gay. And ultimately that's what I want, the immersion in this story and world to stay real. And at no point was my immersion broken. At no point did I have a moment where it was, oh, well, those actors clearly aren't gay. Now speaking of Benji and the hotness that is George Sear, he's just as good here as he was in the first season. And we get a healthy dose of that perfect hair, of which I am utterly jealous. We get more of his singing, a bit of dancing, and a character development that was surprising to me when it was revealed, but not so surprising in the context of what we know so far about his character. Now, my only issue with Benji this season is that he says a couple of things that I feel are a little out of character with how he was portrayed in first season. And these things create drama. And I don't like when writers have characters say or do things that seem out of character just to create drama. It makes characters less real when they aren't consistent. B.B. Wood and Anthony Topel get some significant depth added to their characters this season, delving further into Lake's body issues, but mostly in dealing with Felix's mother, who is now a fleshed out character and not just an off-screen issue. Their story is mostly Felix's story this season, but I love these characters and I love that they get some significant screen time. Mason Gooding's Andrew is less the stereotypical jock nemesis archetype this season, and it's so good to see his character get some development. Rachel Hilson's Mia, I feel, goes through the least amount of development of all the characters, but I feel that Hilson is just so likeable that she still shines. This is especially necessary now that she's not Victor's girlfriend, as I felt like she had significantly less screen time than she did last season. Pilar, played by Isabel Ferreira, is the character I liked least from season 1. I thought she took the angsty teenage thing to a really annoying place, and I just found her mostly dislikable. The complete opposite of Rachel Hilson's Mia. But this season she's a much better character. Her role is still fairly small, but will probably be expanded in season 3. New character Rahim, played by Anthony Kiven, is a welcome addition to the cast, playing a friend of Pilar's who's also gay. His character arc is quite extensive over a fairly brief period because he doesn't appear until episode 4 or 5, and that's probably my only issue with his character, is that it all seems a bit rushed. Julie Benz, who played Darla in Buffy, but most people would know her from Dexter, plays a mum with a gay teen who befriends Carlos, Victor's dad, at a PFLAG meeting. It's a small but not insignificant role in the context of the storyline. Overall, this season continues this series in a strong direction. Unlike many series that sometimes draw things out too long, if anything is bad in this series, it's that some of it feels a little rushed, and they possibly could have spent more time on certain moments and fleshed them out even further. They are moving away from Love, Simon, with only a brief cameo by Nick Robinson as Simon and significantly less back and forth through messages between them. We do get a cameo by Josh Duhamel as Simon's dad, leading the PFLAG meeting and giving Carlos advice. Worst of all, they've done it to us again, and left this season on another massive cliffhanger, so it better get a season 3 or I'm gonna riot. Thanks for watching. If you like what I do, please like, subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video, and consider supporting the channel through our Patreon. If you think I missed anything or have any comments, put them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.